Today we are going to begin with the lesson number 12 of your class 7 English grammar, that is active and passive voice. So let's begin with this lesson. Voice is all about who is doing the action in a sentence. कि कौन कर रहा है actions एक sentence में. Like the voice of sentence should whether the subject is performing the action. अगर सब्जेक्ट परफॉर्म कर रहा है एक्शन तो क्या एक्टिव वॉइस है, और रिसीविंग द एक्शन है तो फिर वो क्या है आपकी पैसिव वॉइस है. Like look at these pictures. The principal gave the trophy to Aditi. So Aditi was given the trophy by the principal. This is active voice and this is passive voice. Now a transitive verb, a verb which has an object, has two voices. एक transitive verb जिसमें एक object होता है उसकी two voices होती है, एक्टिव वॉइस होती है और पैसिव वॉइस होती है. द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ अ वर्ब परफॉर्म द एक्शन. जब सब्जेक्ट जो होता है वर्ब का वो क्या परफॉर्म करता है, एक्शन परफॉर्म करता है, नेम्ड इन द वर्ब. द वर्ब इज सेड टू बी इन द एक्टिव वॉइस. वर्ब को क्या कहते हैं, हम एक्टिव वॉइस में कहते हैं. व्हेन द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ अ वर्ब रिसीव्स द एक्शन, जो सब्जेक्ट होता है वर्ब का वो रिसीव करता है एक्शन नेम्ड इन द वर्ब. सो द वर्ब इज सेड टू बी इन द पैसिव वॉइस. जो आपकी वर्ब होती है वो किस में होती है, पैसिव वॉइस में होती है. Now changing sentences in active voice to passive voice कैसे change करते हैं active से passive में. The object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject. जो object होता है verb का active voice को क्या बन जाता है, subject बन जाता है verb का passive voice में. The subject of the verb in the active voice becomes the object. जो subject होता है active voice का वो object बन जाता है verb का passive voice में. Now the verb in the active voice is changed to suitable auxiliary. जो verb होती है active voice वो suitable auxiliaries में change हो जाती है, plus past participle form of the verb होती है. Now look at the two sentences given below. Juhi plays tennis. Tennis is played by Juhi. Juhi plays tennis क्या है, active voice है. Tennis is played by Juhi क्या है, passive voice है. इसमें क्या हुआ, Juhi यहाँ आ गई, tennis यहाँ आ गया. Now note how the form has changed. कैसे हुई form change? The active word object जो है हमारा tennis था उसमें has the passive subject. उसमें क्या था, एक passive subject था Juhi. The active subject Renu has become the passive subject. Juhi has become the passive object. And we have used the preposition by. हमने क्या use करा है, preposition by का use करा है उससे पहले. An appropriate form of the verb be. जो एक appropriate form होती है verb की be is has been used by followed by has been used followed by the past participle form of the verb. किससे follow हुई है, past participle form of the verb से follow हुई, that is played. Now only transitive verbs can be changed into passive voice. खाली transitive verb change हो जाती है passive voice में. And in passive voice we always use the past participle form of the verb. Passive voice में क्या करते हैं, past participle form of the verb use करते हैं. Now personal pronouns in passive constructions कैसे होते हैं. Sometimes we may have a personal pronouns. कभी कभी personal pronouns होते हैं like I, we, she, me, her, etc. as a subject or the object in a sentence. जैसे subject और object की the sentence में while changing the voice of a sentence, जैसे हम change करते हैं voice sentence की, we shall have to handle the pronouns carefully. हमें pronouns को बहुत carefully handle करना पड़ता है. Like examples, I help my friends. वो क्या active voice है. My friends are helped by me. This is passive voice. Her cousins encouraged her. एक्टिव वॉइस है, हर का क्या हो गया, she हो गया. She was encouraged by her cousins. वो क्या है, पैसिव वॉइस है. Verbs followed by a prepositions. Sometimes the active verb is followed by a preposition. कभी कभी एक active verb follow होती है preposition से. This preposition is retained while changing the verb from active to passive. ये कैसे retain होती है, change करने में verb active से passive voice में. Examples, a nurse looks after this little girl. This is active voice. A little girl is looked after by a nurse. ये क्या है, passive voice है. Interrogative sentences क्या होते हैं, जिसमें questions put up होते हैं. An interrogative sentence is being changed into passive voice. वो change होता है passive voice में. It will retain into interrogative form like am I disturbing you? क्या मैं आपको disturb कर रहा हूँ, active voice. Passive, are you being disturbed by me? This is passive voice. Note, if the subject in the active sub-sentence is not very important, अगर जो subject active sentence वो ज़्यादा important नहीं है, we need not to mention it. हमें उसे mention करने की बिल्कुल भी need नहीं होती when we express the sentence in the passive form. Like somebody stole my purse. Somebody important नहीं है, my purse was stolen. Purse stolen है वो important है, passive voice है. We have not used the word somebody here. Simple present tense. Active voice. Root form of the verb होती है sometimes with or s or es, writes, loves, etc. Like passive voice में क्या होता है, is mr plus past participle form of the verb are written, am, loved, etc. Active voice, he writes poems are written by him. My parents love me, I am loved by my parents. Do you need money? Is money needed by you? Who makes these designs? By whom are these designs made? Or who are these designs made by? So simple past tense में कैसे करते हैं active voice को? Past tense of the verb he or he like helped. Passive voice में क्या होता है? Was verb plus past participle form of the verb was helped. Like active voice, I a very old friend helped me. Passive voice में क्या होगा? I was helped by a very old friend. So did he violate any traffic rule? Were any traffic rule violated by him? So where did you find this beautiful shell? Where was this beautiful shell found? Found? A shell found by you? Simple future tense active form shall या फिर will plus root form of the verb will by. Like passive voice shall be, will be plus past participle form of the verb will be bought. Like active voice में क्या होगा? I will buy the ticket in advance. The ticket will be bought in advance. Will you help me? Shall या फिर will I? Shall I be helped by you? Will I be helped by you? Present continuous tense. Active voice is mr plus ing form of the verb. Like is knocking, ing form लग गई. Active voice में क्या होता है? Is mr plus being plus past participle form of the verb plus is being knocked. Like somebody is knocking at the door. The door is being knocked at. Why are they bothering me? Why am I being bothered? Past continuous tense. Active voice was verb plus ing form of the verb were decorating. Passive voice में क्या होगा? Was verb plus being form be plus being plus past participle form of the verb was. Now active voice, the students were decorating the class display board. Passive voice में क्या होगा? The class display board was being decorated by the students. Why was the police checking all the cars? Why were all the cars being checked? Now future continuous tense. Verbs in the future continuous cannot be expressed in the passive voice. Passive voice में express नहीं होती. Present perfect tense. Active voice में कैसे form होता है? Like has plus have plus past participle form of the verb like have won. Passive में कैसे होंगे? Has या फिर have plus been plus past participle form of the verb has been won. Like active voice, we have won the match. The match has been won by us. Has he learned the speech? Has the speech been learned by her? Now past perfect tense. Active voice has had plus past participle form of the verb like had finished. Passive voice में क्या होगा? Had plus been plus past participle form of the verb like had been finished. Active voice, we had finished the work before sunset. The work had been finished by us before sunset. Active voice, had they already repaired the roads? Had the roads been already repaired? Future perfect tense. Active voice shall, will plus have plus past participle form of the verb like will have finished. Passive voice shall plus will has been past participle form of the verb like will have been finished. Active voice में क्या होता है? They will have finished the breakfast by 8. The breakfast will have been finished by 8. Will you have checked these papers before Monday? Will these papers have been checked by you before Monday? So that's all for this lesson. I hope you all like the explanation of this lesson. Thank you and have a great day.